Chosen ones, God waited until you passed the tests, and now He's ready to reveal everything to you. Truths so powerful they'll shift your entire existence. You've walked through fire, faced shadows, and stood firm when the world tried to break you. That wasn't by chance. Every trial, every moment of doubt, every tear you shed was preparing you for this exact moment. God held back His greatest revelations until He knew you were ready, until your heart was strong enough to carry the weight of His divine truth. Now the gates of understanding are swinging wide open, and what's coming will leave you in awe. You've been tested, haven't you? The late nights questioning your purpose, the betrayals that cut deep, the dreams that felt too big to hold. God saw every step. He watched you choose faith over fear, courage over collapse. Those moments weren't meant to destroy you. They were forging you into someone who could handle what's about to unfold. The Creator of the universe doesn't waste a single moment of your journey. Every struggle was a step toward this divine appointment, where He's ready to pour out wisdom, clarity, and blessings that will transform your life forever. Picture a seed buried in the dark, pressed down by the weight of the earth. It doesn't see the sun, but it keeps pushing upward, trusting there's light above. That's been you. You didn't give up when the weight felt too heavy. You kept reaching, even when you couldn't see the breakthrough. God waited because He needed you to grow strong roots, to be unshakable for what's coming. Now the soil is breaking apart, and you're about to see the light of His promises in ways you never imagined. This isn't just about you feeling better or finding peace, though those are coming. This is about God handing you the keys to your purpose, the map to your destiny. He's been holding back secrets, not because He wanted to keep them from you, but because He needed you to be ready to carry them. The wisdom He's about to share isn't light. It's heavy with purpose, radiant with truth. It's the kind of knowledge that changes how you see yourself, how you move through the world, how you rise above every obstacle. If this message is stirring something in your spirit, pause for a moment. Hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path, and leave a comment with the number 777 to declare you're ready for God's revelation. These actions aren't just clicks. They're a signal to the universe that you're open to receiving what's been prepared for you. Stay with me, because what's coming next will shake the very foundation of your life. Think about Moses, standing before the burning bush. He wasn't always ready for God's call. He doubted himself, stumbled over his words, carried the weight of his past mistakes. But God waited. He waited until Moses had walked through the wilderness, until he was humble enough, strong enough to hear the divine plan. When the moment came, God didn't just give Moses a task. He gave him a revelation that changed history. You're standing at your own burning bush right now. God's voice is about to speak, and it's going to set your life on a path you never dreamed possible. What makes you different, chosen one, is your heart. You didn't let bitterness take root when life was unfair. You didn't let doubt steal your faith when the road was dark. That's why God can trust you with this. He's about to show you why every pain had a purpose, why every delay was divine. The struggles you faced weren't random. They were shaping you into someone who could carry His light without being consumed by it. You're not just surviving. You're being prepared to thrive in ways that will leave others in awe. Imagine a dam holding back a river. The pressure builds, the water rises, but the dam stands strong, waiting for the right moment to release its power. You've been that dam, holding strong through every storm. Now God is opening the floodgates. The blessings, the clarity, the opportunities, they're rushing toward you. This isn't about small wins or temporary relief. This is about a life-altering shift where everything you've prayed for starts to align in ways that defy explanation. You might be wondering, why now? Why did God wait? Because He needed you to be refined, to be unbreakable. The truth He's about to reveal is too big for a heart that hasn't been tested. It's like gold purified in fire. Only after the flames can it shine with unmatched brilliance. You've passed through the fire, and now you're ready to reflect His glory. The world will see it. People will notice the change in you, your confidence, your peace, the way you carry yourself. They'll wonder what happened, but you'll know. God was waiting for this moment. This revelation isn't just about understanding your purpose. It's about stepping into your power. You've been underestimated, overlooked, maybe even mocked. But God saw you when no one else did. He's been keeping a record of every moment you chose to keep going, every time you trusted Him despite the odds. Now, He's ready to show the world who you really are. The doors that were closed are swinging open. The dreams that felt impossible are becoming reality. You're not just a dreamer, you're a vessel for divine miracles. Pause for a second and feel the weight of this moment. This isn't just another video, another message. This is God speaking directly to your spirit, telling you it's time. If you're feeling that fire in your soul, that knowing that something big is coming, leave a comment with 777 below. Let the heavens know you're ready. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with countless chosen ones who are stepping into their divine calling. Your actions are a declaration that you're claiming what God has for you. Look at Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. Yet God waited. He waited until Joseph was ready to carry the weight of leadership, to steward a nation through famine. When the time came, God revealed everything. Why the betrayal? Why the pain? Why the waiting? Joseph didn't just survive. He became a beacon of God's power. You're in your Joseph moment. The years of waiting, the seasons of struggle, they're about to make sense in a way that will leave you speechless. Your life is a canvas, and God has been painting a masterpiece. Every brush stroke, the highs, the lows, the moments you thought you'd never recover from, was intentional. Now, He's pulling back the curtain to show you the full picture. You'll see why certain doors closed, why certain people walked away, why you had to walk alone for a while. It was all to prepare you for a destiny so big it required every ounce of your strength, every lesson from your pain. This isn't about chasing success or worldly wealth. This is about divine abundance, peace that overflows, purpose that ignites, provision that never runs dry. God's revelation will show you how to walk in this abundance, how to live a life where lack is a distant memory. You're not meant to scrape by, chosen one. You're meant to overflow, to be a blessing to others, to show the world what happens when God's hand is on someone's life. The truth God's about to share will change how you see everything. It's like waking up from a dream and realizing you've been walking in a higher reality all along. The doubts that held you back, the fears that whispered you weren't enough, they're about to be silenced. You'll see yourself the way God sees you, chosen, powerful, destined for greatness. This isn't about ego. It's about stepping into the truth of who you were created to be. Every step you've taken has been leading to this. The moments you felt lost, the times you questioned if God was even there, He was guiding you, shaping you, preparing you. Now, He's ready to tell you everything, the why behind your struggles, the how of your breakthroughs, the what of your future. It's all about to unfold. You're not just ready, you were born for this. Stay with me, because what's coming next will set your soul on fire. You've been through seasons where you felt invisible, where your efforts went unnoticed, where your prayers seemed unanswered. But God wasn't ignoring you. He was preparing you. He was teaching you to trust His timing, to lean on His strength, to walk by faith when sight failed you. Those seasons weren't punishment, they were training. Now, you're stepping into a new season where the invisible becomes visible, where your faith becomes sight, where God's promises take shape in ways you can touch and see. Think of Esther, an orphan girl who became a queen. She didn't start out knowing her destiny. She faced fear, uncertainty, and the weight of a nation's survival. But God waited until the perfect moment to reveal her purpose, to show her why she was placed in the palace for such a time as this. You're in your Esther moment. The stage is set, and God's about to show you why you were placed exactly where you are. This revelation isn't just for you, it's for those around you. Your transformation will inspire others. People will see the light in your eyes, the confidence in your step, the peace in your heart, and they'll want to know how you got there. You'll become a living testament to God's power, a walking miracle that proves He keeps His promises. Your story isn't just yours, it's a beacon for others who are still in their wilderness, still waiting for their breakthrough. God's truth will set you free in ways you didn't know you needed. It's not just about understanding your past, it's about unlocking your future. You'll see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You'll find strength where you once felt weak. The things that held you back, fear, doubt, shame, they're losing their grip. God's about to show you how to walk in freedom, how to live without the chains that once bound you. You're not here by accident. The fact that you're listening right now, feeling this message resonate in your spirit, is proof that God's hand is on you. He's been guiding you to this moment where everything starts to make sense. If you're ready to receive what He's prepared, leave a comment with 777. Let the world know you're claiming your divine revelation. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their God-given purpose. Imagine standing on a mountaintop after a long climb. The air is clear, the view is endless, and for the first time, you see the whole landscape of your life. That's where you are right now. God's about to show you the map of your journey, every valley, every peak, every detour that led you here. You'll see how every moment was woven together to bring you to this divine revelation. It's not just clarity, it's power, purpose, and a promise that you're never alone. The enemy tried to stop you. Doubt tried to drown you. Fear tried to hold you back, but you kept going. That's why God can trust you with this truth. You've proven you're ready, not by being perfect, but by being faithful. You didn't give up when the road got hard. You didn't turn back when the night was dark. Now God's ready to show you what He's been holding back, a revelation that will light up your path and set your life ablaze with purpose. This isn't about small changes or fleeting moments of inspiration. This is about a complete shift in your reality. The things you've prayed for, the dreams you've held in your heart, they're not just possibilities, they're promises. God's about to show you how to step into them, how to claim what's yours. You're not chasing blessings anymore, they're chasing you. The moment you passed your tests, the heavens opened and God said, "Now I can tell you everything." Your life is about to become a testimony. People will look at you and see something different, something divine. They'll see the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you shine, and they'll know God's hand is on you. This isn't about pride, it's about reflecting His glory. You're a mirror for His light, a vessel for His truth. The revelation He's giving you will not only change your life, it will change the lives of those around you. You've been through the wilderness, but you're not staying there. God's leading you to a promised land, a place of abundance, purpose, and joy. The tests you passed weren't the end. They were the beginning. Now He's ready to show you the why, the how, the what's next. Every question you've carried, every doubt you've wrestled with, is about to be answered. Stay with me, chosen one, because the revelation is just beginning. The truth God's about to reveal is like a key unlocking a door you didn't even know existed. Behind that door is a life you couldn't have imagined, a life where fear no longer holds you, where lack no longer defines you, where your purpose shines brighter than any obstacle. You've been faithful in the small things, and now God's about to trust you with the big ones. The dreams you thought were too big, they're just the start. Think of David, a shepherd boy facing a giant. He didn't have the armor, the training, or the approval of those around him, But God waited until that moment to reveal David's true calling, not just to slay Goliath, but to lead a nation. Your Goliath moments, those times you faced impossible odds, were preparing you for this. God's about to show you why you were chosen, why you were tested, why you're still standing. This revelation will change how you see time itself. The delays you cursed, the setbacks you mourned, they were divine setups. God was aligning every piece of your story, positioning you for a breakthrough that will ripple across generations. You're not just living for today, you're building a legacy. The truth He's sharing will show you how to steward that legacy, how to walk in a way that honors His plan. You're stepping into a season where everything shifts. The things that once overwhelmed you will seem small in the light of God's truth. The battles you fought will become testimonies of His power. The dreams you held will become realities you live. This isn't about hoping for better days. It's about walking in them. God's revelation is your roadmap, your assurance, your victory. If this message is setting your spirit on fire, leave a comment with 777 to claim your place in this divine moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand shoulder to shoulder with thousands of chosen ones, embracing their God-given destiny. You're not alone in this journey. God's with you, and so are countless others who are stepping into their revelation. Your heart's been stirred because God's speaking directly to you. He's saying, you're ready. The tests weren't to break you. They were to build you. Now, He's ready to show you the blueprint of your life, the purpose behind every step. You're not just a survivor. You're a conqueror, a light, a chosen one. The revelation is here, and it's about to change everything. Every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every moment you chose to trust God. It's all led to this. The revelation He's giving you isn't just knowledge, it's power. It's the kind of power that shifts destinies, heals wounds, and opens doors no one can shut. You're about to see why God chose you, why He tested you, why He waited. The answers are coming, and they're bigger than you ever imagined. This moment is sacred. It's not just a video, it's a divine encounter. God's been preparing you for something greater than you can comprehend, and now He's ready to pull back the veil. You're about to see the world through His eyes, to understand your place in His plan. The clarity coming your way will make every struggle worth it, every pain purposeful, every dream attainable. You're not the same person you were when you started this journey. The tests you passed have transformed you. You're stronger, wiser, ready to carry the weight of God's truth. He's about to show you things that will redefine your life. How to walk in abundance, how to live in peace, how to shine as His chosen one. The world will see it, and they'll know God's hand is on you. Stay with me, because this revelation is unfolding layer by layer. God's not holding back anymore. He's ready to tell you everything, why you were born, why you were tested, why you're here. The truth is coming, and it's going to set your soul ablaze. You're ready, chosen one. Let's walk into this divine moment together. This revelation isn't just a moment, it's a doorway to a life you were always meant to live. God's been shaping you, not to fit into the world's mold, but to break it. Every time you chose to stand when others would have fallen, you were proving you could carry what He's about to give you. The truth He's unveiling will show you how every closed door, every missed opportunity was guiding you to something far greater, a purpose so unique it could only belong to you. Think of a river carving its way through stone. It doesn't rush or force its path. It flows with steady power, shaping the landscape over time. That's been your journey. You didn't always see where you were going, but you kept moving. God was the current, guiding you through every twist and turn. Now, He's about to show you where the river leads, a place of abundance, clarity, and unshakable peace that only comes from walking in His truth. You've carried questions in your heart. Why did certain things happen? Why did some dreams take so long to come true? God's ready to answer. He's pulling back the veil to show you the hidden connections, the divine threads weaving your story together. What you thought were random events were carefully orchestrated moments, each one preparing you for the revelation that's unfolding now. You're about to see the masterpiece he's been creating all along. Your faith has been your anchor. When the storms came, you didn't drift. When the world tried to pull you under, you held fast. That's why God can trust you with His truth. It's not just about understanding your past. It's about stepping into a future where you walk with divine confidence. The revelation He's giving you will show you how to navigate what's ahead, how to turn obstacles into stepping stones, how to live as the chosen one you were born to be. Pause for a moment and feel the weight of this truth. If it's stirring your spirit, leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for what God's revealing. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their divine purpose. These actions are more than clicks. They're a bold statement to the universe that you're claiming what's yours. Stay with me, because what's coming will light a fire in your soul. Consider Noah building an ark while the world laughed. He didn't have proof the floods were coming, only God's word, yet he kept hammering, kept trusting, kept believing. That's been you, building something others couldn't see, trusting God's voice when the world doubted you. Now, He's about to show you why He gave you that vision, why He asked you to keep going. The floodgates of His truth are opening, and you're about to step into the promise He's been preparing. This isn't about chasing fleeting moments of happiness. It's about living in a state of divine alignment, where every step you take feels guided, every decision feels clear. God's revelation will show you how to live this way, how to move with purpose, how to speak with authority, how to shine with a light that draws others to His truth. You're not just receiving knowledge, you're receiving power to live the life He designed for you. You've felt alone at times, haven't you? Like you were walking a path no one else could understand. That solitude wasn't rejection, it was preparation. God needed you to hear His voice above the noise, to trust His plan over the world's opinions. Now, He's about to show you why you walked alone. The revelation coming will connect you to a purpose so big it will touch lives you haven't even met yet. The enemy thought he could stop you. He threw distractions, doubts, even despair your way. But you didn't break. You stood firm, and that's why God's ready to share everything with you. The truth He's unveiling will expose every lie the enemy planted, every chain he tried to bind you with. You'll see how every attack was turned into a stepping stone, leading you straight to this moment of divine clarity. Your life is about to become a living testimony. People will look at you and see something they can't explain, a peace that defies circumstances, a strength that surpasses struggles, a light that shines through every storm. God's revelation will show you how to carry this light, how to let it guide your steps, how to let it inspire others. You're not just a survivor, you're a beacon of His power. Imagine a book, its pages filled with your story. Every chapter felt unfinished, every plot twist left you wondering. Now God's turning the page to reveal the next chapter, one where the questions find answers, where the pain finds purpose, where the dreams become reality. This revelation isn't just words, it's the key to understanding the story He's writing through you, a story that will echo for generations. You've been faithful in the shadows, trusting God when the light was dim. That faithfulness is why He's ready to show you everything. The truth coming your way will illuminate your path, showing you how to walk in victory, how to live in abundance, how to rise above every challenge. It's not just a moment, it's a movement, a shift that will redefine your life and everyone around you. The tests you passed weren't just about proving your strength, they were about preparing your heart. God needed you to be ready to receive His truth without doubt, to carry His purpose without fear. Now, He's about to show you why every sacrifice mattered, why every step was worth it. The revelation will make sense of the chaos, turning your struggles into a roadmap for triumph. You're not here to blend in. You were born to stand out, to shine with a light that can't be ignored. God's revelation will show you how to embrace this calling, how to walk boldly in your purpose. The world may not understand yet, but they will. They'll see the change in you, the fire in your spirit, the undeniable mark of God's hand on your life. You're about to become a living proof of His promises. If this message is setting your heart ablaze, leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones walking in their God-given truth. Your actions are a declaration that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation God's pouring out. Stay with me, because the truth is unfolding, and it's about to change everything. Think of Abraham, called to leave everything familiar for a promise he couldn't yet see. He didn't know the destination, but he trusted the one who called him. That's been you, stepping out in faith, moving forward without all the answers. Now, God's about to show you the land He's prepared, the purpose He's promised. The revelation will make every step of faith worth it, every moment of trust a victory. This truth isn't just about understanding, it's about transformation. God's about to show you how to live as the chosen one you are, how to walk in a way that shifts atmospheres, heals hearts, and opens doors. You're not just receiving a message, you're receiving a mandate to live boldly, to love fiercely, to shine brightly. The world is waiting to see what happens when a chosen one steps into their divine truth. You've carried burdens that weren't yours to bear. Guilt, shame, fear of failure. God's revelation will show you how to lay them down, how to walk free from the weight of the past. You'll see how every burden was a lesson, every chain a chance to grow stronger. The truth He's sharing will break every remaining shackle, setting you free to live the life He always intended. Your journey has been a refining fire, burning away everything that didn't belong. Now, you're stepping into a season of clarity, where God's truth lights up every corner of your life. You'll see why certain doors stayed closed, why certain dreams had to wait. The revelation will show you how to step into the open doors, how to claim the dreams that are now within reach. You're not just a person, you're a purpose. God's been shaping you to carry His light in a world that's desperate for it. The truth He's revealing will show you how to shine without fear, how to walk without wavering, how to live as a testament to His power. You're about to become a force, a light, a chosen one who changes everything you touch. Stay with me, because the revelation is just beginning to unfold. This moment is a turning point, chosen one. God's revelation is like a lighthouse cutting through the fog, showing you the path you were always meant to walk. You've been searching for clarity, for answers to questions that kept you up at night. Why did the road feel so heavy? Why did some seasons feel endless? Now, He's ready to show you how every step was leading you to a destiny so radiant it will outshine every shadow you've faced. Think of a tapestry, each thread woven with precision, creating a picture only the weaver can see until it's complete. Your life is that tapestry. Every choice, every challenge, every moment of faith was a thread God used to craft something extraordinary. He's about to pull back the curtain and show you the full design, how every struggle was a stroke of divine artistry, shaping you into a masterpiece of His purpose. You've carried a fire inside you, even when the world tried to douse it. That spark of faith, that refusal to give up, it's what set you apart. God waited because He needed you to guard that flame, to let it grow into a blaze that could light up the darkness. Now, He's revealing how to wield that fire, how to let it guide your steps, how to use it to ignite hope in others. The truth God's sharing isn't just about your past, it's about your power. You're about to see how every test taught you to stand taller, how every tear watered the seeds of your destiny. This revelation will show you how to walk in authority, how to speak with conviction, how to live as a chosen one whose presence shifts the atmosphere. You're not just receiving wisdom, you're stepping into a mantle of divine influence. If this message is stirring your soul, pause and leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for God's truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones embracing their divine calling. These actions are a bold step, a signal to the heavens that you're open to the revelation pouring out. Stay with me, because what's coming will set your spirit ablaze. Consider Ruth, a woman who lost everything: her home, her family, her security. Yet she chose loyalty, faith, and a path she couldn't fully see. God waited until she was ready to reveal her place in His plan, a legacy that would lead to the birth of kings. You're in your Ruth moment. The sacrifices you've made, the loyalty you've shown, they're about to bear fruit in ways that will leave you speechless. This revelation is like a key turning in a lock you didn't know was there. It's opening doors to opportunities you couldn't have planned, to connections you couldn't have forced. God's showing you how to recognize these doors, how to walk through them without fear. The truth He's unveiling will give you the courage to step into places you once thought were beyond your reach. You've felt the weight of waiting, haven't you? The moments when you wondered if God forgot you, if your dreams were too big. Those delays weren't denials, they were divine timing. God was aligning people, places, and moments to bring His plan to life. Now, He's ready to show you how every delay was a setup, how every wait was building something greater than you could have imagined. The enemy tried to dim your light, whispering lies that you weren't enough, that your time would never come. But you didn't listen. You kept trusting, kept praying, kept moving forward. That's why God's revealing everything now, because you proved you could handle it. His truth will shatter those lies, showing you how every attack was turned into a testimony, every doubt into a declaration of His power. Your life is about to become a magnet for miracles. People will see the change in you, the way you carry peace, the way you radiate strength. They'll ask what happened, and you'll know God's revelation changed everything. You're not just walking through life, you're walking in divine purpose, a chosen one whose every step reflects His glory. Imagine a compass, always pointing true north no matter how lost you feel. That's what God's truth is for you now. It's guiding you, showing you the way when the path feels unclear. This revelation will teach you how to trust that compass, how to follow His direction even when the world tries to pull you off course. You're about to walk with a clarity that nothing can shake. You've been through seasons of pruning, moments when God stripped away what didn't serve His plan. It hurt, didn't it? Losing people, letting go of dreams, facing the unknown. But those losses weren't the end. They were the beginning. God's about to show you why He pruned you, how it made room for growth, for blessings, for a life that overflows with His goodness. This isn't about chasing worldly success or temporary gains. It's about living in a divine flow, where provision comes naturally, where opportunities align effortlessly. God's revelation will show you how to tap into that flow, how to live in a way that attracts abundance without striving. You're not meant to chase, you're meant to receive what He's already prepared. You're standing at a crossroads, chosen one. The old you, the one who doubted, who carried fear, is fading. God's truth is calling forth a new version of you, one who walks boldly, loves fiercely, lives fully. This revelation will show you how to embrace that new identity, how to let go of the past and step into the future He's designed. If this message is lighting a fire in your heart, leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones walking in their God-given purpose. Your actions are a declaration that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation God's pouring out. Stay with me, because the truth is unfolding, and it's about to transform your life. Think of Daniel, thrown into a den of lions for his faith. The world expected him to be devoured, but God had other plans. He waited until Daniel's faith was unshakable to reveal his power, to show the world what happens when a chosen one trusts him fully. You're in your Daniel moment. The lions of fear, doubt, and opposition can't touch you, and God's about to show you why. This revelation is like a wind clearing the clouds from the sky. Suddenly, everything is clear: the path, the purpose, the promise. You'll see how every trial was a stepping stone, how every loss was a lesson. God's truth will give you eyes to see the opportunities around you, the strength within you, the destiny ahead of you. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a life of divine victory. You've carried dreams that felt too big, hopes that seemed out of reach. God's been holding those dreams, refining them, preparing them for this moment. His revelation will show you how to bring them to life, how to turn vision into reality. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer, a chosen one whose faith turns mountains into molehills. The world may have tried to define you by your mistakes, your struggles, or your setbacks, but God's truth redefines you. You're about to see yourself as He sees you, chosen, powerful, destined for greatness. This revelation will strip away every label the world placed on you, replacing them with His truth. A truth that sets you free to live boldly, to shine brightly. Your journey has been a training ground, preparing you for a purpose that's bigger than you. God's revelation will show you how to step into that purpose, how to use your gifts to change lives, to shift atmospheres, to leave a legacy. You're not here to play small. You're here to reflect His glory, to show the world what happens when a chosen one walks in divine truth. Stay with me, because the revelation is still unfolding and it's about to set your soul on fire. This revelation is like a dawn breaking after a long night, chosen one. God's truth is flooding your life with light, showing you the path you were born to walk. You've carried burdens, faced battles, and stood firm when everything seemed against you. Now, He's ready to reveal how every moment was shaping you for a purpose so grand it will echo through time. The clarity coming your way isn't just answers. It's a divine blueprint for a life of impact and abundance. Picture a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. Each strike, each chip feels like loss, but the artist sees the masterpiece within. That's been your journey. Every hardship, every moment of doubt was God carving away what didn't belong, revealing the strength and beauty He placed inside you. Now He's about to show you the finished work, why every strike mattered, how it's made you a vessel for His glory. You've walked through valleys where hope felt distant, where the path seemed unclear. Yet you kept going, trusting God's voice even when it was a whisper. That faith is why He's opening the heavens now. His revelation will show you how those valleys were training grounds, teaching you resilience, wisdom, and a courage that nothing can shake. You're about to see how every low moment was lifting you higher. The truth God's sharing is more than understanding. It's empowerment. You're about to discover how to move with divine confidence, how to speak words that shift realities, how to live as a chosen one whose presence commands change. This isn't about chasing fleeting success. It's about walking in a purpose so aligned with God's will that doors open without effort and blessings flow without striving. If this message is setting your heart ablaze, pause and leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their God-given truth. These actions are your declaration to the universe that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation pouring out. Stay with me, because what's coming will ignite your soul. Think of Jonah running from God's call, swallowed by the storm. He thought he could escape, but God waited until Jonah was ready to hear His voice. In the belly of the whale, Jonah found his purpose. You've had your own storms, your own moments of running. Now God's revealing why He pursued you, why He never let you go, You're about to see how every detour was leading you to this divine destination. This truth is like a melody you've heard in your spirit, but couldn't quite grasp. Now, God's tuning your heart to hear it clearly. He's showing you how to live in harmony with His plan, how to move with the rhythm of His purpose. Every note, every trial, every triumph is part of a song He's been composing through your life, and it's about to resound with power and beauty. You've carried scars, haven't you? Marks from battles you didn't choose, wounds from losses you didn't deserve. God's revelation will show you how those scars are not signs of weakness, but badges of victory. Each one tells a story of how you overcame, how you trusted Him through the pain. Now, He's turning those scars into stars, guiding others through their darkness with your light. The enemy thought he could silence you, dim your faith, steal your hope, but you stood firm, and that's why God's ready to share everything. His truth will expose every scheme, turning every attack into a stepping stone for your rise. You'll see how the enemy's plans backfired, how every attempt to stop you only made you stronger, more aligned with God's purpose. Your life is about to become a living sermon. People will see the peace in your eyes, the strength in your steps, and they'll know something divine is at work. God's revelation will show you how to carry this light, how to let it shine in a way that draws others to Him. You're not just living for yourself. You're a beacon for those still searching for their own truth. Imagine a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for the sun. It doesn't see the light at first, but it knows it's there. That's been you, pushing through the darkness, trusting in a promise you couldn't yet see. Now, God's revealing the light, His truth, His plan, His purpose. You're about to bloom in ways that will leave the world in awe, a testament to His faithfulness. You've been through seasons of silence, where God's voice seemed faint, where answers felt far away. Those weren't moments of abandonment. They were moments of preparation. God was teaching you to trust His timing, to lean on His presence. Now, He's ready to speak clearly, to show you why the silence was necessary, how it built a faith that nothing can shake. This revelation is your invitation to step into a new reality. The limits you once accepted, the fears that once held you, they're crumbling. God's truth will show you how to live without boundaries, how to walk in a freedom that defies the world's rules. You're not meant to be confined. You're meant to soar, to live as a chosen, one whose life reflects His limitless power. The world may have tried to box you in, to tell you who you are, what you can do. But God's revelation redefines everything. You'll see yourself as He sees you, chosen, unstoppable, destined for impact. This truth will break every chain, shatter every doubt, and set you free to live boldly, to love fiercely, to shine without fear. If this message is stirring your spirit, leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for God's truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones embracing their divine purpose. Your actions are a signal to the heavens that you're open to what's coming. Stay with me, because the revelation is unfolding and it's about to transform your life. Think of Mary, a young woman chosen for a purpose she couldn't fully grasp. She faced fear, uncertainty, even the risk of shame, but she said yes to God's call. He waited until her heart was ready to reveal the magnitude of her role. You're in your Mary moment. God's about to show you why He chose you, how your yes to His call is about to change everything. This truth is like a flame, burning away everything that doesn't belong. It's purifying your vision, clearing the clutter of doubt and fear. God's revealing how to see the world through His eyes, how to spot opportunities in chaos, how to find strength in weakness, how to turn dreams into reality. You're about to walk with a clarity that nothing can dim. You've carried a vision, a dream that felt too big, too far away. God's been holding that vision, refining it, preparing it for this moment. His revelation will show you how to bring it to life, how to step into it with confidence. You're not just dreaming, you're building, creating, living out a purpose that will leave a mark on the world. The enemy's lies about your worth, your future, your ability are losing their power. God's truth is exposing them, showing you how every lie was a distraction, every attack a diversion. You'll see how he turned the enemy's plans against him, using every challenge to build your strength, to prepare you for this moment of divine clarity. Your life is about to become a magnet for divine connections. People will be drawn to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. God's revelation will show you how to recognize these connections, how to steward them with wisdom, how to use them to amplify His purpose. You're not alone. You're part of a divine network, a chosen one whose light draws others in. Imagine a map unfolding before you, revealing paths you didn't know existed. That's what God's truth is doing, showing you routes to abundance, to purpose, to impact. You'll see how to navigate with confidence, how to avoid pitfalls, how to walk straight into the blessings He's prepared. This isn't just a journey. It's a divine expedition, and you're ready. You've been through seasons of planting, sowing seeds in faith without seeing the harvest. Those seeds weren't lost, they were growing. God's about to show you the harvest, how every act of faith, every moment of trust is about to bear fruit. You're not just waiting, you're stepping into a season of reaping where His promises come to life. This revelation is your foundation, chosen one. It's the rock you'll build your future on, the truth that will guide your steps. God's showing you how to live with unshakable faith, how to move with divine purpose, how to shine as a light in a world that needs it. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, a testament to His power and love. Stay with me, because the truth is still unfolding and it's about to set your soul ablaze. This revelation is like a river breaking through a dam, chosen one. God's truth is surging forward, washing away every doubt, every fear, every barrier that's held you back. You've stood firm through storms, trusted Him when the ground felt unsteady. Now, He's ready to show you how those moments of resilience were building a foundation for a life so powerful it will reshape your reality and touch the world around you. Imagine a clock ticking, each second marking a step toward this moment. Every challenge you faced, every prayer you whispered, was a tick of that clock, counting down to the divine unveiling God had planned. He's about to show you why the timing was perfect, how every delay was a divine setup, aligning you with a purpose that's been waiting for you since the beginning. You've carried a spark of hope, even when the world tried to snuff it out. That spark wasn't just wishful thinking. It was God's light burning within you. Now, He's revealing how to fan that spark into a flame, how to let it guide your path, how to use it to illuminate the lives of others. You're not just holding hope, you're becoming a beacon of it, a chosen one whose light can't be ignored. The truth God's pouring out is your compass in a world of chaos. It's showing you how to navigate with clarity, how to move with purpose, how to stand with authority. This isn't about chasing fleeting dreams or temporary wins. It's about living in a divine rhythm where every step aligns with His plan, where every moment carries eternal weight. If this message is igniting your spirit, pause and leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for God's revelation. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking in their divine truth. These actions are your bold claim to the heavens, a sign you're open to the blessings flowing your way. Stay with me, because what's coming will set your soul ablaze. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat onto the water. The waves were wild, the wind was fierce, but he trusted Jesus' call. God waited until Peter's faith was strong enough to reveal the power of that trust. You're in your Peter moment, stepping out into the unknown, trusting God's voice. He's about to show you how that faith is about to carry you to places you never imagined. This truth is like a lens. bringing everything into focus. The blurry moments of your life, the confusion, the questions, the waiting, are coming into sharp relief. God's revealing how every piece fits, how every struggle was a puzzle piece in His divine plan. You'll see how to move forward with clarity, how to live with a vision that nothing can cloud. You've faced moments of rejection, haven't you? Times when doors slammed shut, when people turned away. Those weren't failures. They were divine redirects. God's about to show you why those doors closed, how they were guiding you to a path only you could walk. His revelation will turn every rejection into a stepping stone, every closed door into an open destiny. The enemy tried to bury you under lies, lies about your worth, your future, your strength. But you didn't stay buried. You rose, and that's why God's ready to share everything. His truth will uproot every lie, showing you how each one was a test to strengthen your roots, to prepare you for a harvest so abundant it will overflow into every area of your life. Your presence is about to become a force. People will notice the change, the way you carry peace, the way you radiate confidence. They'll see God's hand on you, and they'll wonder how you got there. His revelation will show you how to steward this influence, how to use it to lift others, to point them to the truth that set you free. Picture a garden, carefully tended, waiting for the right season to bloom. You've been that garden, nurtured by God through every season of drought and storm. Now, He's revealing the beauty of what He's planted in you, dreams, gifts, purposes that are ready to blossom. You're about to see how every moment of care was preparing you for a season of vibrant growth. You've walked through moments of silence, where God's voice seemed distant, where answers felt out of reach. Those weren't moments of absence. They were moments of deepening. God was teaching you to hear Him in the quiet, to trust Him in the unknown. Now, He's ready to speak clearly, to show you how that silence was building a faith that nothing can shake. This revelation is your armor, chosen one. It's equipping you to face the world with unshakable strength, to walk through battles with divine protection. God's showing you how to wear this armor, how to stand firm against every attack, how to move with a confidence that comes from knowing He's with you. You're not just surviving, you're conquering. The world may have tried to limit you, to tell you what you can't do, where you can't go, but God's truth breaks every limit. You'll see yourself as He sees you, boundless, powerful, chosen for greatness. This revelation will show you how to live without ceilings, how to dream without borders, how to walk in a freedom that defies the world's constraints. If this message is stirring your heart, leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones embracing their God-given purpose. Your actions are a declaration that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation God's pouring out. Stay with me, because the truth is unfolding, and it's about to transform everything. Think of Deborah, a prophetess leading a nation in a time of fear. She didn't shrink back, didn't doubt her call. God waited until her heart was ready to reveal her role as a judge, a warrior, a light. You're in your Deborah moment. He's about to show you why He placed you here, how your voice can lead, how your faith can move mountains. This truth is like a wind, carrying you forward, lifting you above the storms. It's showing you how to soar with purpose, how to navigate with divine direction. God's revealing how every gust of resistance was strengthening your wings, preparing you to fly higher than you ever thought possible. You're not just moving, you're ascending. You've carried dreams that felt heavy, hopes that seemed too big to hold. God's been guarding those dreams, refining them, preparing them for this moment. His revelation will show you how to release them, how to let them take shape in a world that needs your light. You're not just a dreamer, you're a builder, creating a legacy that will outlast you. The enemy's attacks, those moments of doubt, fear, or failure, were meant to stop you. But God turned them into fuel. His truth will show you how every attack was a catalyst pushing you closer to your purpose. You'll see how he used the enemy's plans to propel you forward, to make you stronger, to align you with his divine will. Your life is about to become a lighthouse, guiding others through their storms. People will see your strength, your peace, your purpose, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. His revelation will show you how to shine this light, how to use it to lead, to heal, to inspire. You're not just a person, you're a divine force, a chosen one whose life changes everything it touches. Stay with me, because the revelation is still unfolding, and it's about to set your soul on fire. This revelation is like a key unlocking a vault. Chosen one. God's truth is opening treasures hidden deep within you, gifts, strengths, and purposes you didn't even know you carried. You've walked through trials that tested your heart, stood firm when the world tried to pull you down. Now, he's showing you how every step was leading to this moment, where the riches of his plan are yours to claim, ready to transform your life and the lives around you. Picture a ship sailing through a storm, battered but unbroken. The waves crashed, the winds howled, but you held the helm, trusting the unseen shore ahead. That's been your journey. God waited until you weathered those storms to reveal the destination, a place of purpose, peace, and power. He's about to show you how every gust of wind was pushing you closer to a harbor filled with his promises. You've carried questions that lingered, doubts that whispered in the quiet moments. Why did some doors stay closed? Why did some dreams feel delayed? God's truth is unraveling those mysteries, showing you how every closed door was a redirection, every delay a divine pause. His revelation will light up the path, revealing how each moment was shaping you for a destiny only you could fulfill. The truth he's sharing is your foundation for a new season. It's teaching you how to build with wisdom, how to move with courage, how to live as a chosen one whose every action reflects his glory. This isn't about fleeting moments of inspiration. It's about constructing a life so aligned with God's will that abundance flows naturally and purpose shines brightly. If this message is setting your spirit on fire, pause and leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their God-given purpose. These actions are your declaration to the heavens that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation pouring out. Stay with me, because what's coming will ignite your soul. Think of Gideon, a man who saw himself as small, unworthy, the least of his clan. Yet God waited until Gideon was ready to reveal his true calling as a mighty warrior. You're in your Gideon moment. The doubts you carried, the insecurities that held you back, they're fading. God's about to show you why he chose you, how your weakness was his canvas for strength, how your life is about to lead others to victory. This truth is like a mirror, reflecting who you truly are. The world may have seen you one way, but God's revelation shows you as he sees you. Chosen, powerful, destined for impact. You'll learn how to carry this reflection, how to walk in a way that silences critics, how to live with a confidence that comes from knowing your identity in him. You're not just existing, you're shining. You faced moments of isolation, times when you felt like you were walking alone. Those weren't moments of abandonment. They were divine preparation. God needed you to hear his voice above the crowd, to trust his plan above the noise. Now, he's revealing how that solitude strengthened you, how it prepared you to lead, to love, to live as a light in a world that needs it. The enemy tried to cloud your vision, to make you doubt your worth, your path. But you didn't let those clouds settle. You kept looking up, kept seeking God's light. His truth will show you how every lie was exposed, how every attack was turned into a stepping stone. You'll see how he used the enemy's schemes to sharpen your focus, to align you with his divine purpose. Your life is about to become a testimony that speaks louder than words. People will see the change in you, the way you carry peace, the way you move with purpose. They'll want to know your secret, and you'll know it's God's revelation, His truth lighting your path. You're not just a person, you're a living proof of His power, a chosen one whose life inspires others. Imagine a flame growing brighter, untouched by the wind. That's you, burning with a light that no storm can extinguish. God's truth is fueling that flame, showing you how to let it grow, how to use it to guide your steps, how to share it with a world desperate for hope. You're about to see how every trial was adding kindling, preparing you to shine with divine brilliance. You've walked through seasons of uncertainty, where the future felt like a fog. Those weren't moments of aimlessness, they were moments of alignment. God was teaching you to trust His guidance, to follow His voice even when the path was unclear. Now, He's revealing how that trust was building a faith that moves mountains, a vision that sees beyond the haze. This revelation is your sword, chosen one. It's equipping you to cut through doubt, to slice through fear, to carve out a path of purpose. God's showing you how to wield this sword, how to stand firm in battles, how to move with a strength that comes from His truth. You're not just fighting, you're conquering, claiming the victory He's already won for you. The world may have tried to define your limits, to tell you what's possible, what's not. But God's truth shatters those boundaries. You'll see how He's calling you to live without walls, to dream without restrictions, to walk in a freedom that defies expectations. This revelation will show you how to embrace that freedom, how to live as a chosen one whose life knows no bounds. If this message is stirring your heart, leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for God's truth. Hit that like button, subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones embracing their divine calling. Your actions are a bold signal to the heavens that you're open to what's coming. Stay with me, because the revelation is unfolding and it's about to transform everything. Think of Hannah crying out to God in her pain, yearning for a child. She didn't give up, even when her prayers seemed unanswered. God waited until her heart was ready to reveal His plan, a son who would become a prophet. You're in your Hannah moment. He's about to show you why your prayers mattered, how they were shaping a legacy that will outlast you. This truth is like a bridge, connecting where you've been to where you're going. It's showing you how to cross over from doubt to faith, from struggle to strength. God's revealing how every step you took was building that bridge, how every moment of trust was laying a foundation for a future filled with His promises. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy, dreams that seemed too distant. God's been holding those burdens, guarding those dreams. His revelation will show you how to release the weight, how to claim what's yours. You're not just carrying hopes, you're stepping into them, living a life where every dream finds its place in His plan. The enemy's attacks, those moments of chaos, fear, or loss, were meant to derail you. But God turned them into detours, guiding you to this moment. His truth will show you how every attack was redirected, how every setback was a setup for something greater. You'll see how He used the enemy's plans to propel you into your divine destiny. Your life is about to become a sanctuary, a place where others find hope, where God's presence is undeniable. People will see your peace, your strength, your light, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. His revelation will show you how to create this sanctuary, how to live as a chosen one whose life is a haven for His truth. Stay with me, because the revelation is still unfolding and it's about to set your soul ablaze. This revelation is like a sunrise after a long, dark night, chosen one. God's truth is breaking through, casting light on every shadow you've faced, every question you've carried. You've stood strong through trials, trusted Him when the path was unclear. Now, He's ready to show you how each moment was preparing you for a purpose so radiant it will transform your life and ripple out to touch the world. Imagine a book, its pages written in a language you couldn't yet read. Every chapter, every struggle, every victory was penned by God, leading to this moment. He's about to give you the key to understand those pages, to see how every word was crafting a story of divine destiny. You'll discover why certain chapters felt heavy, how they were shaping you into a vessel for His glory. You've carried a quiet strength, even when the world tried to drown it out. That strength wasn't just yours, it was God's power working through you. Now, He's revealing how to harness that strength, how to let it guide your steps, how to use it to lift others. You're not just standing firm, you're becoming a pillar, a chosen one whose presence anchors those around you. The truth God's unveiling is your map through uncharted territory. It's showing you how to navigate with divine wisdom, how to move with unshakable faith, how to live as a light in a world full of shadows. This isn't about temporary fixes or fleeting moments. It's about walking a path so aligned with His will that every step feels guided, every moment purposeful. If this message is stirring your soul, pause and leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their God-given purpose. These actions are your declaration to the heavens that you're ready for what's next, that you're open to the revelation pouring out. Stay with me, because what's coming will set your spirit ablaze. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls despite opposition. He faced threats, mockery, and doubt, but God waited until Nehemiah's heart was ready to reveal the strength of his calling. You're in your Nehemiah moment. He's about to show you why you faced resistance, how it built your resolve, how your life is about to rebuild broken places in ways that inspire others. This truth is like a riverbed, channeling the flow of God's blessings. It's guiding you to places of abundance, showing you how to receive without striving, how to live without lack. God's revealing how every dry season was preparing you to carry this flow, how every moment of scarcity was teaching you to trust His provision. You're about to overflow with His goodness. You've walked through moments of feeling unseen, where your efforts seemed to go unnoticed. Those weren't moments of rejection, they were divine preparation. God was teaching you to work for His glory, not the world's applause. Now, He's showing you how those unseen moments were building a legacy, how your faithfulness is about to shine for all to see. The enemy tried to bind you with fear, to trap you in doubt, to make you question your worth. But you broke free, and that's why God's ready to share everything. His truth will show you how every chain was a lesson, how every attack was turned into a triumph. You'll see how He used the enemy's plans to strengthen your faith, to align you with His divine purpose. Your life is about to become a melody, a song of God's faithfulness that others will hear. People will notice the harmony in your steps, the joy in your voice, the light in your eyes. They'll want to know the source, and you'll know. It's God's revelation, His truth singing through you. You're not just living, you're a testament to His power, a chosen one whose life inspires. Picture a tree, rooted deep, standing tall through every storm. That's you, grounded in faith, unshaken by the winds of life. God's truth is strengthening those roots, showing you how to grow taller, how to bear fruit that feeds others. You're about to see how every storm was nourishing your growth, preparing you to stand as a beacon of His love. You've faced moments of waiting, where time seemed to stretch endlessly, where answers felt far away. Those weren't delays. They were divine pauses, moments God used to deepen your trust. Now, He's revealing how that waiting was building patience, how it was preparing you to receive His promises with a heart ready to steward them well. This revelation is your shield, chosen one. It's protecting you from the arrows of doubt, the lies of the enemy, the weight of the world. God's showing you how to carry this shield, how to stand firm in every battle, how to walk with a courage that comes from His truth. You're not just defending, you're advancing, claiming the ground He's prepared for you. The world may have tried to dim your light, to tell you your dreams were too big, your purpose too grand. But God's truth ignites that light, showing you how to shine without fear, how to dream without limits. This revelation will teach you to live as a chosen one whose life defies expectations, whose faith moves mountains, whose love changes lives. If this message is setting your heart on fire, leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones, embracing their God-given calling. Your actions are a bold signal to the heavens that you're open to what's coming. Stay with me, because the revelation is unfolding and it's about to transform everything. Think of Elisha, who saw God's power when others saw only defeat. He stood calm in the face of armies, trusting in a divine reality no one else could see. You're in your Elisha moment. God's about to show you the unseen forces at work, the divine protection around you, the victory already won. His truth will open your eyes to a reality that changes how you walk, how you fight, how you live. This truth is like a foundation, solid and unshakable, built to hold the weight of your destiny. It's showing you how to build with purpose, how to stand with strength, how to live with a vision that nothing can break. God's revealing how every trial was laying this foundation, how every moment of faith was cementing your place in His plan. You've carried dreams that felt fragile, hopes that seemed too delicate to survive. God's been guarding those dreams, strengthening them for this moment. His revelation will show you how to nurture them, how to let them grow into realities that transform your life and others. You're not just hoping, you're planting, cultivating a future that reflects His glory. The enemy's lies about your past, your mistakes, your limits, were meant to keep you small. But God's truth is setting you free, showing you how every lie was a test, every attack a chance to rise. You'll see how He turned the enemy's schemes into stepping stones, leading you to a destiny that shines brighter than any shadow. Your life is about to become a canvas, painted with the colors of God's promises. People will see the beauty in your journey, the strength in your story, the light in your spirit. His revelation will show you how to create this masterpiece, how to live as a chosen one whose life is a work of divine art. Stay with me, because the revelation is still unfolding and it's about to set your soul ablaze. This revelation is like a flame leaping from a spark, chosen one. God's truth is igniting your spirit, setting ablaze every corner of your life with purpose and power. You've walked through shadows, stood firm when the ground shook beneath you. Now He's showing you how those moments were kindling, building a fire that will light your path and draw others to His glory. You're about to see why every trial was worth it, how it's fueling a destiny that burns brighter than you ever imagined. Picture a mountain peak rising above the clouds. You've been climbing step by painful step through fog and storm. Each struggle felt like a setback, but God was guiding you higher. His revelation is clearing the clouds, showing you the view from the top, why you climbed, how every step was leading to this moment. You'll see how your journey was shaping you to stand tall, to shine as a beacon for His truth. You've carried a quiet faith, even when doubt screamed louder. That faith wasn't just belief, it was a seed God planted deep within you. Now He's revealing how to let it grow, how to let it bear fruit that feeds your soul and others. You're not just holding faith, you're becoming a tree of life, a chosen one whose roots run deep, whose branches offer shelter. The truth God's sharing is your anchor in a world of shifting tides. It's teaching you how to stand steady, how to move with divine purpose, how to live as a light that no wave can extinguish. This isn't about fleeting moments of clarity. It's about living in a divine current where every decision flows from His wisdom, where every step carries His power. If this message is stirring your heart, pause and leave a comment with 777 to claim this divine truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones embracing their God-given calling. These actions are your bold signal to the heavens that you're open to what's coming. Stay with me, because what's next will set your soul ablaze. Think of Joshua facing the walls of Jericho. The task seemed impossible, the walls too high. But God waited until Joshua's faith was unshakable to reveal the plan. Walk, trust, and watch the walls fall. You're in your Joshua moment. He's about to show you why the walls in your life stood tall, how your faith is about to bring them down, how your obedience is opening doors to a promised land. This truth is like a lantern, lighting up the darkest corners of your path. It's showing you how to walk without stumbling, how to see opportunities where others see obstacles. God's revealing how every moment of darkness was teaching you to trust His light, how every challenge was preparing you to carry a flame that nothing can snuff out. You're about to shine in ways that change everything. You've faced moments of feeling small, like your efforts didn't matter, like your dreams were too big. Those weren't truths, they were tests. God's revelation is showing you how those moments were building humility, strength, and a heart ready for His purpose. You'll see how He's turning your small beginnings into a story of divine greatness, a testimony that inspires others. The enemy tried to steal your joy, to make you question your place, your purpose. But you held fast, and that's why God's ready to share everything. His truth will show you how every attack was a forge, shaping you into a weapon of light. You'll see how He turned the enemy's plans into your victory, how every lie was a step toward this moment of divine clarity. Your life is about to become a river of blessing, flowing to those around you. People will see the peace in your heart, the strength in your spirit, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. His revelation will show you how to channel this river, how to live as a chosen one whose life pours out hope, love, and truth. Imagine a clock tower, its hands turning toward a long-awaited hour. Your life has been ticking toward this moment, each second a step closer to God's plan. He's about to show you why the wait was necessary, how every tick was aligning you with His purpose. You're not just marking time, you're stepping into a divine hour where His promises come to life. You've walked through seasons of sacrifice, letting go of things that held you back. Those weren't losses. They were investments. God was teaching you to release what didn't serve His plan, to make room for what's coming. Now, His revelation will show you how those sacrifices were planting seeds, how they're about to bloom into a harvest of joy and abundance. This truth is your sword and shield, chosen one. It's equipping you to cut through fear, to stand against doubt, to walk through battles with divine protection. God's showing you how to wield this power, how to move with a courage that comes from His truth. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, claiming the victory He's already won. The world may have tried to box you in, to tell you your limits, your place. But God's truth breaks every box, showing you how to live without walls, how to dream without ceilings. This revelation will teach you to walk in freedom, to embrace a purpose that defies expectations, to shine as a chosen one whose life knows no bounds. If this message is setting your spirit on fire, leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for God's truth. Hit that like button, subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones walking in their divine purpose. Your actions are a bold declaration that you're open to what's next. Stay with me, because the revelation is unfolding and it's about to change everything. Think of Paul, struck blind on the road to Damascus. He thought he knew his path, but God waited until that moment to reveal a new purpose. You're in your Paul moment. He's about to show you why your plans shifted, how your blindness was leading to sight, how your life is about to proclaim His truth in ways that transform nations. This truth is like a wind at your back, pushing you forward with divine momentum. It's showing you how to move with purpose, how to sail through challenges with His guidance. God's revealing how every gust of resistance was strengthening your sails, preparing you to glide into a future filled with His promises. You're not just moving, you're soaring. You've carried dreams that felt like whispers, hopes that seemed too faint to hold. God's been guarding those whispers, amplifying them for this moment. His revelation will show you how to speak them boldly, how to let them resound in a world that needs your voice. You're not just dreaming, you're proclaiming, heralding a future that reflects His glory. The enemy's attacks, those moments of chaos, fear, or loss, were meant to silence you. But God turned them into a megaphone, amplifying your faith. His truth will show you how every attack was redirected, how every setback was a setup for triumph. You'll see how He used the enemy's plans to launch you into your divine destiny. Your life is about to become a lighthouse, guiding others through their storms. People will see your strength, your peace, your purpose, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. His revelation will show you how to shine this light, how to live as a chosen one whose life is a beacon of hope. Imagine a seed breaking through stone, defying the odds to reach the sun. That's you, pushing through every barrier with faith. God's truth is nourishing that seed, showing you how to grow stronger, how to bear fruit that lasts. You're about to see how every obstacle was a chance to prove your resilience, to show the world what a chosen one can do. You've faced moments of feeling stuck, like your progress was stalled. Those weren't dead ends, they were divine pauses, moments God used to align your heart with His plan. Now, He's revealing how those pauses were preparing you for acceleration, how they're launching you into a season of unstoppable growth. This revelation is your crown, chosen one. It's marking you as royalty in God's kingdom, showing you how to walk with authority, how to live with divine dignity. God's teaching you